Inside the program today, the National Program Coordinator for the Free Quality School Program, now the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Augustine Koroma say, now 970,000 school pikin go benefit from the school feeding program. The Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chernoba say, the printing machine them where government don't bring from China, now part of them plan for transform the printing department to modern facility. And today inside the program, Radio Democracy go talk to the Chief Minister, Dr. David Senge, we go talk about the performance contract where government been signed with ministry, department and agency them this term.
With this and plenty other story than for inside the program this morning, plus the country director for Street Child Salon, Kelfala Kagbo say they don't pull over 35,000 picking in a street and send them back in a school. Members say the list will be live on www.redodemocracy.sl. Members say the Rock Metal Group, the sponsor Radio Democracy, for bringing the program Good Morning Salon Can to you. And this program is powered by FSL. The list will be live from Radio Partner them, Radio Chalet 89.5 na Koinaduga and Falabadi Street. Same also on Radio Maling 88.5, Radio 1G11.3 na Pujon District, Radio Colente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio 105.5 na Kainlang, Vupad Radio na Watalo, Voice of Sandon Radio 95.7 na Konodi Street, Voice of Karine na Kamakuro 98.0, Voice of Masoro Pujon District, Advocacy Radio Putloko District, Radio Katsbami on 106.7 at Tonko Limba, and at FM on 95.9 at Moyambadi Street. The program now Good Morning Salon where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You can be part of the program by I can send you a message now Radio Democracy Facebook page and YouTube page, and same way so you can drop in your message on the number 077 981 981.
Usman, before we start for look at issues them inside the program, how the lights business na area. You know that today na office here I can iron me clothes.
I really don't understand within really they happen at that sector day, and people they buy it up. Not to free una they give people they buy it up. Then the two funny na that it's not the give light. Then they go look yes. For people with the thief light.
They make some.
As you say, na comedian there or na comedy business then different.
Somebody they shout me something now. They say, you know, in go talk about the lights business because of in a get light. Someone say if person no get light, they pay for service in a get, and I make plenty panic. Say you prefer go TV the lights because we get and so they are heads when I really need for watch more, especially this now Ramadan month and save Christian and the fast people and for it's so cold where you wake the hour by then 4 o'clock. You see the city dark so because of lights. They are heads people then they pay for them top up. Then people they are when I need to give them top up. When I really need for
and also you know Guma themselves now other one. Guma they know the give water.
Pumping open
with water rate.
Yeah.
I don't know how really they want.
I know when last now we communities we use pump water. Most of the time now well people then they use like make if you watch people then they dig well. Even when I Radio Democracy say for they dig well because
we now bupa either Guma or either NPA presently. But hope say the people that we in charge go listen with this money and try for settle. Them two particular facilities there because they're very, very important. Okay,
the program they continue inside the program they start for look at we first material inside the program. The manager for tax service, business registration and education at the National Revenue Authority, Matilda Zainab Kamara say the pre-international women's celebration where the authority they do with women them na business place na part of them plan for bring tax education to citizens them around the country. It talk this inside one public outreach where NRA do with women them na PZ. Also then go talk about the responsibility on how they say for pay tax and how they collect them. Well, from on this, make we listen to reporter Jaffa Mans Davis.
The National Revenue Authority gets mandate for collect copper for government so that they go use them for provide basic things them for citizens them like good road, health, light, water and other one them. And this mandate for collect copper, it clear say people in the informal sector, particular women them, not only involve better one for give strength to this initiative. Now for sake of this, make the National Revenue Authority as part of the pre-international Women's Day celebration, they're gonna different market them for tell people, but the work wouldn't they do. This time, they stop na be PZ and the manager for Taxpayers Service, Business Registration and Education at the Domestic Tax Department of the National Revenue Authority, Matilda Zainab Kamara, be explain the significance of this education.
The occasion is celebrating International Women's Day, where a pre-celebration for with the NRA, because the day for the celebration is on the 8th of March, when on Sunday we want people make them see them before the day, and during the weekend people they're not going to be available, and it's a tax education. We need to reach out to the people and then business places them to make it easier for them. So the reason why we celebrate this International Women's Day is give to gain, and give now waiting and now they give to business women them, and gain we then comply waiting the government they gain and waiting themselves they gain. No, not of free town no more. We cover all over Salon. Within the provinces, we free town. Or we get where offices they all over Fugebo, Kenema, Makini, and Kono. So currently, why should they celebrate now? So they said they do on their own celebration at the provinces.
The manager continue for talk about some panditing them where the authority been taking time for teach trader them na PZ, but waiting they know they do.
So currently there is a lot of reform where they go on for the domestic tax department. We all reforms then where they go on. We now the issuance of TIN number. You need for kind of NRA. We don't register a business for NIB, and you register for tax type for make it part of we now the NRA. And now of course we don't automate the tax clearance certificate. You not comply with the tax law or comply with all the tax liabilities. Them only they issue tax clearance to you. Now it in at the system, not to one. You kind of NI know. Already other departments. They will get for example, the customs, we get the Asikuda, because the Asikuda is a World Wide Web where you did any side, you try for clear your goods them. Of course, we get the non-tax department, they say get the young form with the goodie. So all departments get your own forms them where they go home.
With this explanation, now an attempt for listening to why this authority they focus on their education they are and waiting they want for achieve.
We know say for make person pay two transport for go na tax office, he asks, and some man go say but they are last them. So we want to go the tax business to the people them and make the people them able access waiting there for access. If you want pay you tax, you want register whether a business you they do or for any other registration process, you want know how to pay your taxes to government, you don't know how to file, you don't know how to generate the PRN for Gona Bank. When you go na them container office then go help you for do them. So we want you use the burden power now. We want make the information where you need for make una be compliant, for make una be good citizen them. We want make them accessible to una.
After the different statements they are, Radio Democracy be meet with the PZ Youth Chairman Ibrahim Sise, what explain what does this mean and how business people na PZ receive the initiative they are.
I believe so the purpose of NRA na then try for educate people that we understand the essence of paying tax, what the tax they do. So in that light, so we will tell them thank you for the education what they don't do, and we will reach out to different market people. So they know say you for pay tax, especially the one that will get shop, the one that will get that machine, then give them the GST machine, and let for use them wisely. And also you when they go for go buy anytime you buy to them for ask for GST, it will be very important.
The chairman and for call on business people and citizens them for follow the advice where the National Revenue Authority they give to them, as this them believe say go help for contribute to national development. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Jaffa Mans Davis, they report.
Well, the program where you listen to now, Good Morning Salon, and it comes to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Earlier on, we'll be done inside the program. We'll read one power headline. They also talk to the Chief Minister, Dr. David Senge. We go talk about the performance contract with government been signed with ministry, departments, and agency them this BNTM. Well, for sake of that, I want to welcome the Chief Minister and the program. Good morning, Dr. Senge, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Salon.
Okay. April 12, 2024, President Julius Maada Bio signed performance contract with government, ministry, departments, and agency Beside this contract outline tax priority and target area them for the ministry they are. With this, the president been sign they in line with government's Big Five game changer them and set the medium-term national development plan 2024 to 2030. And the office of the chief minister are they responsible for monitor for CCA. Then government ministry, departments and agency are able for do the thing where they don't sign the contract where they sign with government for CCA they're able for deliver on thing where the president's been promised salon. But the term don't know now the ministry, department and agency them don't submit, the chief minister don't monitor and don't see which one they don't do and don't rate the different ministry, department and agency, how they stand, waiting and do the challenges them and all that thing them inside the performance contract report 2025. But for no more waiting inside, they make we get Dr. Sengen at the program. Dr. Sengen, with that small background you don't give, for the possible they listen for the first time, go and know why this performance contract and why government decide for sign out with ministry, department and agency them.
Thank you very much. President Bill believes in efficient governance, standing a part of a manifesto, that's number one. And he also say he believe in transparency. And he don't tell we say we get accountability to the citizens. So for improved efficiency, for transparency, and for accountability, we as government, the whole we serve to a metric we all know, the National Development Plan. The National Development Plan get a goal to be a middle-income country by 2039. Inside that National Development Plan Day, where they end this one 2030, you get what we call specific targets them. What we want for do for agriculture, what we want for do for human capital, what we want for do for public sector. And within each, we get annual work plan. So the performance contract don't start from the first time of His Excellency with Professor David Francis, and we continue and now what we do is we get 5 different categories and 5 different areas then we they evaluate people there on 17 indicators. And then one then they look at your annual work plan, how you do one. They look at, people then can always ask, say, audit reports. Where audit reports come, or I can ask say how people then what do they do with audit reports. So one of the indicators then we did it now on audit report, how much you don't respond to audit report and at which level. We also they ask specifically so response to audit queries now one. Citizen engagement and customer certification surveys now other one. Integrity committee activity, because we don't want corruption. So we evaluate ministry there based on whether then they actually meet at the integrity committee. Some ministry they know they meet on integrity committee. If you didn't meet, you know what's in they happen. And then when they talk about procurement is a big problem. So on the accountability and corruption eradication, we track audit, procurement, integrity committee, and citizen perception. Then we get also financial stewardship in our sector. We look for domestic revenue mobilization. All man at the world say we for able raise money domestically. So they encourage ministry then. So ministry like social welfare, you go say, I not get money. But social welfare, they go meet partner then. We get a minimum. Each one of the indicators there, we get what we call target. Not 200 million, no. Now $1 million in this instance. Because we know say finance will work out boku money. But social welfare not able. But then still able for go can with that $1 million day. And then when they talk about donor project funds utilization, Boku ministry and then they get Boku donor project them. But we want to make them they utilize them, we get percentage minimum targets with it every year. Service delivery, because citizen them, will they talk about whether you get service charter, will they say whether you they comply with your strategic plan. All ministry has strategic plan. You they comply with them, how you they comply with them. And then work plan, we say develop and implement. We all need for develop we own work plan them and then we implement them. And service delivery innovations. How much pan you they do? Whose new method, whose new process you ministry don't produce for deliver services. Ultimately, as a ministry, now administration and policy, now we for. So they measure weekly leadership meeting. We encourage all man to meet weekly. And the goal of this, now they create bond between the minister, the deputy minister, and the chief executive or the permanent secretary. we know, say, we don't talk about this plenty time, but some ministry, the minister and deputy minister, they know they aligned. So if they're not aligned, then they get weekly leadership meeting. And so they, and it not mean so you and somebody for be best party for me when I get leadership meeting, but we encourage leadership meeting, and we ask for evidence. The evidence now, with the minute to that meeting. So if you tell me, say, yes, we get 100 meeting, well, not to me, if you tell the team, so we'll get 100 meeting, but you not produce minutes, the team go say, yeah, I believe you, but I'm not going to put and say you get 100 meeting. So you need to forget the minutes. And then we also ask for bi-weekly management meeting. So every 2 weeks, you and your management for meet. And then the final section, policy and strategy. Cabinet, now for write policy. Cabinet, now for sign agreements. Cabinet, now for come with resolutions. So they ask for a minimum number of cabinet papers, what would they set? And that cabinet paper day, depending on then after that day, because I did the right policy, I did the right law, then I did they go say I want review act, and we all get work for do. They're not to just for say you count cabinet paper for nothing, you know, for just show say I count cabinet paper. With the evaluator to they call cabinet conclusions implemented, where you can with cabinet paper say I want for develop this act. With a check for see if you don't develop them. And then we also look for agreements there. How many agreements you sign and how many agreements you implement. And I want to say this. Each one of them in not so we they generate the data. Now the ministry and then they generate the data. So if you say I get 50 weekly meeting, you for sure the minutes. On audits, when they go to audit services Sierra Leone, now audits they tell we whose percentage of the audit queries from last year you comply with. On cabinet secretariat, cabinet paper, and a cabinet secretariat where they go to. And then they tell we what they do. So we they work with the cabinet secretariat, audit services Sierra Leone, and the individual ministry. Then we also they work with National Procurement Authority, NPPA. We also they tell we and validate this process here.
With 10 different indicators there, we explain anything they look for. The ministry they wanna been signed this performance contract to now be get specific thing they wanna watch out, because for this contract now 1 year and implementing this program, talking about the Big Five and SAFE, the medium-term national development plan. Una be get specific thing they wanna watch for say by the end of this year, una for able to achieve them.
Yeah, absolutely. You remember I mentioned say one of the things then where would they track now on whether you develop and implement your work plan. Your work plan vary from ministry to ministry. Not to all ministry get the same work plan. Not to all, and some of them other. If you look the reports, specific ministry reports, these are the general. You get specific indicator them where would they track, where would they ask the ministry, what do you been say you do for this coming year, and would they work with Ministry of Planning as well for do that day. So we they evaluate on processes. Would they evaluate on innovation? Would they evaluate on whether you meet with the commitments then? And one of the things then we very important for the citizens, yes, would they look at the individual ministry performance, but really the goal here now for you take government. So at a high level, you see say government delivery really they up. And maybe we will talk about the specific indicator there on how governments do overall.
All right. We can look at the different ministry, department, and agency, but government gets in priority areas since so on a Kamna power, one agriculture, education, human capital development, health, and other areas. But let's start off with agriculture ministry. Waiting the show during a monitoring aspect concerning the performance contract with the sign with the president.
So I also just want to say all the indicators then the methodology they say how you they get you score. I tell you say we get minimum targets for each one. So cabinet papers we will say you forgot 5 cabinet papers per year. Financing you for raise $1 million per year. And the way we will calculate the performance score now the verified output divided by the target times 100. And Ministry of Agriculture, they actually get 100%. They meet all the minimum targets there we set for them inside the year. It means say they count with the number of minimum cabinet paper, they implement the minimum percentage where they and able for raise 1 million and all the different things and implement procurement processes, the percentage. So agriculture now one of the ministry them they in full compliance of the targets then they will we set. And they tell we good thing. They tell we say the president in flagship the focus and we see the impact. Or maybe we'll talk about the impact.
Because now that's our angle too. If the Ministry of Agriculture score 100
for last year,
yes, and people, the ordinary people, they raise concern, say they not feel the feed salon program. How come?
I look, ordinary people views really important, but the evaluation not for last year, not for a year. If you say rest price don't go down, if you say cocoa value chain don't improve, if you say yabas price they down and it in a market, if you say local egg production don't go up, if you say rice under cultivation and rice self-sufficiency don't increase, now feel. But if you say they feel it's a perception issue for say, because all man know say rest price don't go down. All man knows say cocoa value people over the last year get more money. All man knows say we don't cultivate more land that's alone, including Sojamande. All man knows say oil day and other products than they. So now the feeler. It's a conversation we need to have for say, well, we not reach 100% rice self-sufficiency yet, and I don't know they work towards. But last year, then do plenty in them. They count plenty policy there where they make sure say it benefits ordinary citizens. So it's I know they say people then perception not real, but I also they say that actually on food self-sufficiency we better today, passes out been there yesterday, and the indicator then very clear. And one of the major indicators than last year, even now, you get what's they call the hunger index. When other people than they do, the extreme hunger index. It shows say we are less hungry, we are less extreme hungry. You know what I mean? Say hunger don't know. Not that know they say. We don't say because agriculture get 100% and don't done all thing. It means say last year they're able for meet the targets and what we set for them.
All right. So I'm able monitor almost rest the country they grow, where we did for ourselves, apart from the one the way they can inside.
I just tell you, say, I think I don't show that number. The rice production good improved last year, and with the monitor and the yes, with the monitor because we didn't know how much importation they did. We didn't know actually two ways with the monitor and through trade, because trade they tell with the volumes of metric ton of rice we can. And then Bank of Sierra Leone, they tell we the amount of money where we spend for buy, and on those two indicators they go down. The only reason we make that they go down linked to the fact say the ministry also they reports increased local production. They report say reduced prices. So they tell if you take them two independent variable, quarters of variable, they tell you say rice production don't go improve.
According to you, the Ministry of Agriculture don't do plenty things, don't go to paper in a cabinet, scouts project them and all. Which one office they do for CC on a monitor back for CC the ordinary people benefits like me colleague just asked you. The rest we they talk about now the imported rest. But we're gonna
local rest also cheap.
The local rest, cheap we're gonna market that bar rest where they buy them. In price different where they buy. Sometimes you go buy them, go say 10,000 for cup. 8,000 for cup. Why is that other one? So in that area, for bring come the agricultural produce them, count them back na the country in a free soya for let people get able for benefits. Wait till office don't they do for monitor for go down there, not to just the meeting paper then they give na so all 5 meetings, 10 meetings, and this way before submit to cabinet.
So there are two parts where I want for me we talk about. One that you're right. The imported rice is cheaper than the local rice. And the reason is the yield internationally, then processes, then they get more volumes. So by economics, it's cheaper than what they do now. But however, the local rice price last year, it's cheaper this year, past what in the last year.
So almost they sell last year and now.
I don't know the exact number, but if you look from, and I don't know right now in my head, But they tell you, say, would they ask this? And the Ministry of Agriculture, then they ask this regularly,
The local
Ministry
rice,
of
na
Trade.
one way the price can always fix and can always go up. That barabara rice.
Now,
When
how
they
much that
sell-
be last year?
Last year, where you go, some side you go meet and go say it's 10,000 for cup, 15,000 for cup. Where you go back right now, the same side back where you want buy and they
Where the year before?
not there na the market right now.
What the year before?
I know we will give that one.
So-
The
so
one
same.
last year and this year and the same, and that rest they can always go up.
Well, this year na March with your start.
Okay.
So with the hope, say by the time we cultivation come out, and also this is not dry season, this is not lean season. So maybe the prices of rice vary during the lean season. But I go assure you, say we ask and we verify, and maybe I will call the Minister of Agriculture. I will tell me the exact number for say the price of, or Minister of Trade, the price of rice cheaper last year 2025 than
So the
2024.
rice is for specifying the rice that it is of imported, local.
On all, and I specifically ask this: imported rice by itself. So what do I mean by cheaper? Any specific rice where you take the price for 2025 cheaper than the price from the previous year, and you're right that at the same time the price of imported rice and as you say different, fen price different from the long grain rice, from the broken, or how much percent broken, so they get price variations within the rice category. But on each specific category where you take, then your unit price cheaper 2025 than 2024.
All right. The Ministry of Agriculture be able to show now, or now be able to find out almost less with the produce annually for the country. I mean the local rice.
Then show we, and then that number they very public, and they also, and on that then produce more last year past how much then produce. You know, now we know if I don't call the Minister of Agriculture, I put a more ask and or the Minister of Trade.
We can't explain.
Yeah, but before we move to another sector, again, one thing where people concerned are that the walrus scarce na the country. We get any specific side where people go buy even if they want can sell back? Maybe get some of them
So walrus, I know it's not a brand, a specific category of rice. You get different breeds of rice. You get other country rice, then we know to walrus. Unless you use walrus for generalized country rice, local rice production.
Not different. Any
different.
plenty people they use them.
So it's different from other country. If you say country rice, are the same as walrus, or it's different?
You get that, you get walrus, you get that other one, you get different type of rice the way they come.
So it's interesting. I should say then the farmer, then the Minister of Agriculture go know say people they want walrus more past other kind country rice. But I know say there's a store in again people they talk about this all the time, but there's a store in Tomabum. We get bags of rice, thousands of bags of rice produced from Tomabum we are available. And then if they want, then we will get her. And most of the local production of rice, also they go to school feeding. So maybe the institution, then they buy them for them picking them, so they not get that specific brand there. But Ministry of Agriculture gets stores across the regions where people then they produce and keep them resting there.
So, Dr. Senge, the last time we've been going now, for go watch the Juba Barrick, you've been there live, and one thing we've been come out now that where the military they say they go into agriculture, and according to you, but for sake of the feed salon program, now the most successful or happy something we don't ever hear talking about the feed salon. So then we come back to the military and go into this rise, and then they raise concern we get for do tractor and all that thing them fertilizer them for help them with all. So in monitoring the Ministry of Agriculture, then Tia come up with some of the challenges with other sector they are want, more especially the military, as that time when they say they go able for feed themselves by December. Youssef been shocked with you that statement.
I want to tell you, say, one of the things that me as chief minister, they do. If I hear something, like na street, like na bar, that very minute there, they text that minister there, they text that director there, they text to that need for text for me give me answer. So now I do left, I text the minister. And minister tell me, say, in the military, then they work very well, and then don't engage, they don't, even the military self-confirm the number of tractor wouldn't they give them for make sure say they meet them targets then they. So yes, now from the field now they we I text the Ministry of Agriculture for follow-up and then tell within they work well with the military. So we wait for see.
Okay, continue for day with we. Dr. David Senge, the Chief Minister, as in there, they talk about the 2025 performance contract where ministry, departments, and agencies then be signed with government inside 2024. Now, na time for that we take break. After the break, we can look at other ministries where on our monitor.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody. It let you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money now the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office. It let you not get the account number. Buy Edsalite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagba don't done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering God.
Bloombank Digital Banking don't come for we.
I said so. You look stressed so.
Nah, bank are the one go so.
Me sister, go digital.
Digital?
Yes, with Bloombank Digital Banking. Just tap, click, swipe and send money, receive money, check your balance, pay your bills and get quick loans before Jacko cuts your eye.
But Abu left fly.
Well, bring your phone.
Not so easy and quick.
Yes, with Bloombank Digital, you can bank with freedom anytime in the world. Your money is safe and secure. Also, you can do business and transfer money instantly by your currency across Africa. Quick one with Colats.
Wow! As from today, call me Aisatu Bloombank Digital.
Aha! Aisatu Bloombank Digital.
Yes, na me name. I dey go tell all me party them for join Bloombank Digital Banking.
Bingo! Waiting you dey wait for. Go ahead and download our digital banking app from Google Play Store and Apple Store, or visit any of our branches for further details. For no more, you can visit our website, bloombankafrica.com.
No left piano, cause Bloombank Digital they make you bank
with Colats. Bloombank Africa. Let's make it happen.
Program Good Morning Salon. They continue inside the program with a look at another issue inside the National Program Coordinator for the Free Quality Education Program at the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Augustine Kuroma, na 970,000 school picking that they benefit from the school feeding program. Augustine Kuroma talk this since our interview with the democracy. We immediately talk about one memorandum of understanding we then get with Plan International, World Food Program, and Women United for Progress for SHABE. 27,369 bag rates we they received from the ECOWAS and China. Augustine Kuroma talk more to reporter Mohamed Lamin Kebi.
We signed an MOU for two different types of rice. The first one, the Chinese rice. The Chinese government give the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education 20,329 bags of rice. Then we also get rice from ECOWAS, when at 6,900. When you put that rice day together, you go to the total of 27,229. So we get people that really do the school feeding. We call them the partners. We get international partners, we like WFP, Plan International. Then we get local partner that is owned by Sierra Leone, non-profit making organization, and then they implement the school feeding. So we will ask them, say we don't get this donated rice and we want to give them. So among the one that all get 3 shops, say they want it, that the World Food Program on WFP, Plan International, and one local partner, what they call Women Empowerment.
So on a plan for make sure CDS which all the schools the district.
Signing the MOU don't give them permission for go take the rest of what's under the store. And all the 3 partners then they will implement the school feeding at the district, gets them different districts. Like for example, for the World Food Program, then the get the around Now they do school feeding at Cambia District, Karine, Bourne, Pujaun, and Kenima. For Plan International Sierra Leone, then they put local Moyamba and Kailaun. And of course, the local partner in the implement at Sonkolili. So they are the responsibility for make sure say all the schools they waiting at Sonkolili to be specific, the chiefdom the way they do the school feeding, they make sure say they rise reach.
So what kind of monitoring system are put in place to ensure say the purpose of the MOU, say the yes, able for reaching intended goal?
We always done the monitor school feeding. And because we don't the monitor school feeding, we start school feeding from 250,000. Yeah. When I be only 5 districts to start the school feeding when President Bill take over. When I be Cambia, Pujaun, Tonkolili, Koenadugu, and Falaba. Now we don't reach up to 970,000 school picking the world target. And now within 15 districts. There has always been monitoring, in as much as, again, hence that they feel there are challenges. But I think to say, we get people that specifically when are they responsible for monitor school feeding, what they call the school feeding monitors. There are challenges, but at least there is so many things in place. How would you able for monitor school feeding? We are not able for solve everything.
This quantity of rest is enough for cover the school feeding program, and for how long?
School feeding, it's capital intensive. We are to tell you, now money government the depend on school feeding. So for this now small amount, but looking at it, it's a token, it's a donation, a gift, then give we got to appreciate them. And if we don't get chances, that gift, we not just get for decide as a ministry say, yeah, more could take this rest to give one person. Even if we get 10 partners or get 20 partners, now we responsibility as a ministry for make sure so we invite all the partners, so we have this donated rights and make sure say who that gets instruments measure. So not exactly. So if you ask me the question, if you get for do, they have safe. So not enough work to make sure say we give the partners the way they implement the school feeding and make sure say they're able to deliver.
What's the message to parents maybe for the indirect beneficiary, communities, and also to school heads about the school feeding program and this restaurant at the popular distributes?
You get people that we can actually say school feeding all day. So let me clear this. Yes, out of 16 districts in this country, now only 1 district will not get school feeding. We're not the urban center, not the center of Freetown. But all other districts, 16 districts, even the West Rural, now the Peninsula, you understand, school feeding they go on. If you come out right now, you drive go 7 battalion. The school within a 7 battalion and get school feeding. So school feeding, they not the whole country for specific chiefdom. School feeding, not for everybody, not for the school picking there, not for who they work at the ministry, not for the teachers there, not for the school picking there who they go to school. And the targeted people in for school feeding, not for secondary school picking there, not for the one that with the primary school, and not for the one that with the government and government assisted school. So the message we are sent to the people now for me to know see the promise with President Bill being going 8 years back, you understand? We say they have free quality school education. We still have free quality school education.
Well, that's now the National Program Coordinator for the Free Quality Program, School Program, at the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Augustine Kromah. They explained to reporter Mohamed Lamin Kebe about the school picking that we don't benefit from the school feeding program. The program, Good Morning Salon, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. We will bring the program to you this morning. My name is Usman Kamara.
And my name is Yenoka Bial. Inside
the program this morning, as we try to wrap up with the agriculture sector, CM, how far with the Tomabum project? I'm able to get progress so far made by the Ministry of Agriculture?
They go really well. Like I mentioned, we get stored them with the private sector partner, get about 2,000 hectares under cultivation currently. We look for other private sector partners. The goal is to finish irrigation, the irrigation process, they go on well. Restore the rest, then they harvested and they're there. And the Minister of Agriculture just tell me, say we get restore them all side, Freetown, yeah. And you say if you go Freetown supermarket, you get feed salon rest, look Tivamia.
Not so many inside supermarkets for buying the rice.
But then say, but if how you call it, while I resident at the market, and country resident at the market, and they across all over.
So the other thing back, Chief Minister, so they can round up from the agriculture sector. Now the COP, they mention COP, then they don't be one big problem. And we don't society standards bureau together with Ministry of Trade, Agriculture, they don't go and get a specific COP them we then give them market to man they have for sale. But where you go, they sell with the COP, then get a young COP them. But they tell them go sell or they go monitor. Now they tell you see then get them put the COP then there.
I think I'll engage Standards Bureau, and I'm glad that you don't mention this to me, and I'll make sure I do something about that. We go do something about that.
Okay.
All right. Quickly, somebody just sent message to the rice of local rice now 800,000 per bag.
So when that they happen, I go one for no na usai, ustem, the person go check, if na ingo check, because just now the Minister of Agriculture just sent me the retail price. Like what I'm going to mention, so new loans per kilogram. June 2024 will be there around 22 leons per kilogram, and December 2025 will there around 16 per kilogram. So again, Freetambo, Cambia, McKinney with cheaper now. That December 2025 data, nine then get than those have been there a year earlier or than 6 months earlier. So this person, this rest price we mentioned, I don't know now size, something na far side, I don't know. But I don't know now who's kind rest, and it can be long grain, it can be short grain, it can be voila, I don't know.
Okay, we don't away from the Ministry of Agriculture. Let me come now to education. President Bureau inside 2018, we make education in flagship program. 2023 SEF, the president will make them in flagship program. And that sector in a one-way government is spend plenty couple. And you na be one-time minister and that ministry day. So waiting the performance contract say, and no specific area them gonna be watch for na the education sector.
So the area then consistent across the board for all man in terms of cabinet's conclusions implemented, funds raised, donor percentage utilization. On this one, this one will publish, and then on each one of them, would evaluate then specific indicator with it. So for Ministry of Education, it's the same consistently as what we use for agriculture or any of the other one there.
So almost cause then gets na the
you get two education ministries.
The basic and seniors and the
yes, I just we say education I make. So MTHE gets 74.9% and MBSSC gets 62.4%.
MBSSC primary
basic and
senior secondary education get 60 something. So you know be one time minister and that ministry day, and under your leadership you be proud of plenty things the way you say you do. Now you don't government don't they sign performance contract, they don't come and the result don't show 60 something. You proud of the ministry?
I want to speak generally to the performance contract. Across all government, we did 70-something%, I think 78%. So I'm proud of government overall, because this is much, much, much better than the year before in terms of delivery. Each one of them ministry there, they get plenty work for do. It means say the minimum target we will set for Ministry of Basic Education and waiting them do not reach they below the average. I know my own job not to for be proud of agriculture or proud of works or proud of MBSSC. My work now for make sure say we indicate to the people and to the government and to the president how each of the ministries they do, because we believe in transparency and accountability.
All right. If the Ministry of Agriculture, especially the basic, a lot of concern them people get, especially where it can for do with public exam, wherein people say government speaking they not they do well in terms of public exam rather than more of private schools. We know on our way of some of them concerned and waiting now some of the causes.
We're aware of them concerned but it's not consistent. Waiting people thinking always want the individual, the person we can force if you come on Albert Academy, the individual force man can come on any side. Second man, we don't there in this country as second man don't come on Kenema. People then they not to the individual score nine matter. Now the overall score. It's not true, say, private schools as a category, they consistently do well past public schools as a category or public assisted schools as a category. The education actually quite universally equivalent across the country.
All right. Another concern again, enrollment or for picking and send in the data for seats public exam. Recently, we know almost speaking the able seats the worst. We are able to find out what some of the issues them during a monitoring aspect.
Absolutely, we they engage with the different ministry them on this, and this not something where the VP don't sit down and engage with the Ministry of Basic Education on. This not something where I don't sit down with the Ministry of Education on. Reform very difficult, especially where you want for come up from paper for go to digital, and bottleneck can dey pan system. And yes, the goal not for minimize them, bottleneck them, not for punish anybody, nobody not for be affected by it adversely. And where people are affected by it adversely, you get mitigation with it. But there are multiple paths to this. One path, now, true say talk me, cities in then day, school then day, where they come with people then for take ones, we not to school picking them. Then for go private ones. But then they go private ones. You know why? Because private ones not get continuous assessment. And where you not continuous assessment, which is important for the learning of a child, that you not picking that your performance where you don't show up from SS1, take or SS3, not to one exam no more, you go determine your future by. It's a valid, universally accepted good thing for education. And people then, when they want to go private, then they come in the public system, then come. So corruption did it. Corruption from the citizen, corruption from the school administration, corruption from whoever else did it. And then they did dirty the water. And so picking them, when genuine picking them, sometimes are affected by this problem. So it's a mixed issue when one for digitize. Really, not a bad thing for say we digitize picking them from one go. Not good thing. But it is that you get plenty of people them way don't decide say them for go take school ones, then for go take private ones, not to school ones, then for go take.
So CM in that area they will not monitor because you be the that ministry they for say you work with the current minister and in team, because if you ask the school picking them, then they always tell you say wait them they reach where I open the cast for them go begin for the registration. The school them can prioritize other people and we not gonna this we know they attend the school.
Now you don't see the problem.
We see waiting be happen with girls school. So which one I don't do because I think say now one part they challenge that where the ministry go to highlight inside the performance contract so they submit to owner. Which one I don't do for say owner monitor with the owner work with the school authorities them for say that's not happen again because last year all of girls school they not be able to.
Well, it really is what the ministry don't do, and the ministry don't. We are talked to the minister recently. Then they sign undertaking with the principal then on this. So the principal then forget full responsibility in here. We job na State House now for make sure say we keep the National Development Plan in view and the big indicators. The job for me as Chief Minister and my team now for make sure say we on track with them big indicator there. Then different minister then the ministry then they don't work than they and they push for make sure say they do their work. What we can to una tell we wasn't the problem. We go back and we tell them. We listen to the citizens them and make sure say then they stay accountable to the government and to the people of Sierra Leone.
Okay, we will come back to you, Dr. Senge, as in the other talk about the performance contract where ministry departments and agency them be signed with governments. Now inside the program, that's time for we take break.
The Ministry of Transport and Aviation and the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority (SLRSA) not glad for the way and manner where certain people them where they use the road they behave. Driver and rider them more the time where traffic in jam. Plenty pan them more keke rider them all the time they ride na the wrong lane where they make the traffic number flow fine. The SLRSA, they member all driver, rider, and vehicle owner them say for use the route where you not get right for use. Now serious offense under the Road Traffic Act 2007 and the Road Traffic Regulation 2011. Now the routes or lane where they approve no more you for use. You for obey the sign them, marking and traffic instruction them. Make sure say you safe and the one themselves where they use the road safe. Now the Ministry of Transport and Aviation will join on with the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority (SLRSA) and all who that the ANDEP and transport business bring this message to you.
You been feel say it no go be, I tell you say it must do am, and anytime where it do am so, you know say na in do am. I dey talk about Balestino Computer Shop, na 5 and 6 Gloucester Street and Tribo John Street Bo, then Bonanza, Usai, all waiting there na the shop, can reduce palm price, where can make people feel say, na giwe Balestino de giwe den tin and day. Well this time, Balestino glad for tell you say, na double bump bonanza e get. We mean say, e get the Ramadan bonanza and the Easter bonanza. Laptop, desktop computer, TV, iPad, iPhone, AC, bag, musical set, computer accessory, electrical and electronics equipment them. All go down, pan price we go make you at gladdy. Run go one ten at the shop, na 5 and 6 Gloucester Street and Tribo John Street Bow. No Fredo, as you go na the shop, say na the bonanza bring me come. Can't see where the staff then they run for sell you. Because Palestino in Ramadan and Easter bonanza na in one grand kinduam. You know the secret behind this bonanza? You will get shop can go safe na Palestino in shop and buy all waiting there inside the bonanza for let you safe go make profits na the shop. Telephone 076 565432 077 805898. Palestino International. Don't ready for let you self make money for yourself because this bonanza na real bonanza.
Praise me Allah inside this Ramadan.
Kini Joseph, but who say you the run the go sola the holy o? I don't mind scororo. But I keep my they come my they go correct money. Tell me picking I don't say money for me but for the family. You know you read the news. I say PC Foreign Exchange Bureau. The Master Sabi Foreign Exchange Bureau na the country. They samba una with them Ramadan 1% cashback bonus. I say for any money where you go collect na any PC and Son shop, whether na through Western Union, MoneyGram or RIA, you go get 1% bonus cash back. So you will get from Bull overseas. We go send for you money for this Ramadan. You pick it in school fee, the house rent, money for pool zakat. No collect them, no side. Once na through Western Union, MoneyGram or RIA, just go collect them. Now PC and Son shops them all about the country. PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, the Combra Foreign Exchange Bureau.
Program they continue and where they bring come this edition. My name na Yeno Kabian.
My name is Usman Kamara.
We take one power headline story them. The Minister of Information and Civic Education, Cheng Noba, say the printing machine the way government don't bring from China. Now part of them plan for transform the printing department to modern day facility. In talk this is one engagement where the ministry hold with stakeholder them foresee how they go able to reform government's printing department to advanced facility. We reporter Sonia Bell been the part of this and put this report together.
Government's printing department na institution where don't they exist for a long time now. Outside and don't they print government documents them, and through this department, Freetown been be the hub for early journalism as government's printing department be the print for the Royal Gazette and salon advertisers during the early 19th century. But inside the past year then, government's printing department been not lost in value as na few per the old-time printing equipment then be they use still for do printing we not match up to modern day. For improve on the structure and facility then na the government's printing department to advanced facility make government through the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. They work now with other stakeholders there, like the media, public sector reform units, human resource management office, and other institutions then, for see how they go able structure government's printing departments
to modern facility. Government printer and a government printing department, Salifu Suma, first talk about the purpose of this engagement.
This card we get today is very, very important. The way they will say this no get issue, whatever they call, whatever they say, when I come to this issue, for advice me how it will be better the next time. So government printing we don't exist since 1801 to now, but we had heydays, fall, but with the leadership of the minister, so now if you see we purpose for common and for modernize government printing for efficiency, security and national revenue generation, because as it is, we suppose to contribute to the national coffers.
The Chief of Programs, the Public Sector Reform Unit, Herbert Williams, talk more about the plan for reform the government's printing department.
In 2022, we will get the opportunity for conduct a management and functional review of government printing departments. And in that review, they will find out we make we understand, say indeed, if we need forget an institution we for really, refer to as the government printer, we need for look at the structures again, we need for investigate. First of all, what is responsible for the decline and chart the way forward. So the management and functional review begets series of findings and series of recommendations.
The Minister of Public Administration and Political Affairs, Amara Kalon, been gets this for saying.
So we also therefore make sure we catch up with technology. And the printing department don't lost that value. You will catch up with technology. And so if we get people that say they count that technology, then we therefore make sure we follow. Because at the end of the day, and the only way that we will give value to the personnel that really work there.
The Minister of Information and Civic Education, Cheng Noba, talk about how far governments don't go on this initiative.
We need to get with clear principles and rules, because if you get a joint venture with an agency, but that agency will let us start. When I go see the joint venture by April, we will relaunch the products of that joint venture. We will transform the physical infrastructure of this place. We don't bring a state-of-the-art machinery from China. The machinery they will bring and people say it's more of maintenance. If you go to Nigeria, say right now, Ghana, not the will for begin to massive printing operations. But there's one thing to begin to put some money into the place. There's another thing to put the structure and the system into it.
Cheng and for call on all stakeholders then for make sure say they come together and work together one as way for reform government's printing department to modern facility for help push development in the country. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Sonia Bell, they report.
Well, the program na Good Morning Salon, and they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get the Chief Minister with we on the talk on different ministry, them performance and waiting and do inside the government's performance contract where them be signed. Dr. Sengele, we come now na the health sector, na one sector that they say wiki to the president. So waiting the performance contract say and waiting at the results.
Ministry of Health, they far above or they above average, they meet 80.7% of the target of waiting we say them for do across the board. And then if you look through the very specific indicator them, you will see say the number of citizen engagement, integrity committee meetings. So one bandit thing then they not show evidence for we affect them score a lot now on integrity committee meetings on record where they are we now see say they meet integrity committee meeting, but on response to audit queries, for example, Ministry of Health reached 90%, and this is not that we make this up now from audit services now then they tell we. So the fact say Ministry of Health they do very, very well in terms of audit queries, and we know say people then always care about audit. Now a good thing. If you look at the other indicator them, like for meeting them, strategic plan, do very, very well. So then at 80.7%, then do above average.
All right, CM, in terms of ministry and department, we not do well in general on this performance contract. What are some of the recommendations them, or is it any penalty if they don't meet the target where they don't sign to?
Look, I think that accountability, and I'll tell you as an example. Last year, the AG and Ministry of Justice. I think that they do the worst the previous year, one of the worst in time comparatively, yeah. But this year, then they high up, the 90.7%. And remember, me and the minister get the ministry, we get conversation about if they know they get management meeting, or they know they provide evidence, if they know they raise funds, or they know they provide, if they know they count cabinet paper, if they know they do, it shows that more needs to be done. We want to make the average go up, and we'll talk about the average. The average this year better than last year, because overall as a government we do better. If you look at across the 17 key indicators, as a government overall, we get 78%, meaning 78% of the targets across ministries were met. And if you look at the targets, then where we set the achievements, then we'll say meet over 60%. So very, 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 very good. Policy-wise, in terms of cabinet paper, in terms of legislation, overall we did 77.9%. And if you look, one of the things that we are really glad about, now if you look at the service delivery and the response to audit, for example, a good indicator, because now an important thing where we do for make ministry then response to audit. Response to audit is not optional. Now all my responsibility and requirement. And not to say we they go punish people them, but we sit down and engage with people for say ministry, you know, do well in responding to audits, and your responsibility for response to audits. You know get integrity committee meeting. Important for get integrity committee meeting because they prevent corruption. Your procurement score not very, very high. Important for me to do that. If we all do that, they will continue for deliver for the country.
All right. As we come to the Ministry of Health, but let's get a rundown of the ministry that we do well and the one them we not perform well.
So in this not to the way we for think about now that we want now the health of the government, all man overall, not to one ministry they determine the health of the government. If you look at the overall performance of government, we're 78%. Of the targets them, and it's not to target, we'll not just sit down no more and do one. We'll talk about cabinet conclusions, we'll talk about other things. So you get ministry them way meet all the targets there, and you get other one them way need for do plenty work.
So what are they need for do plenty work, and the one they will meet their targets, so then they then go learn from the one them, so that una safe go up on eye and see how una go able for
the ministry then we get above 90%. Ministry of Agriculture, I still didn't get 100. Ministry of Water Resources, 93.7. Ministry of Foreign Affairs, 92.8. Then come third. Ministry of Lands, Housing and Country Planning, 92.7. Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources, 91.4. Ministry of Transport and Aviation, 90.7. AGMOJ, Ministry of Justice, 90.7. Ministry of Mines and Marine Resources, 90.7. And then you get plenty other people then within in the 80s, communication, finance, trade, youth. The one and the average, like I said, at 78%. The ministry them way from the way they below average, but the one way they close to the bottom, comparatively, you get labor, 67.5%, sports 67.3%, energy 66.0%, public administration 64.9%, basic education 62.4%, tourism, culture 55.8%, and then works and public assets 52.1%.
Okay, and same with them run down there, don't give the one they will do well and the one they will do below average. Let's take one specific ministry where plenty people don't they raise concern, don't they see this being how they don't they work now, the Ministry of Justice, reaching that over 90% Wetin are some of the things they them be do, because salon where we can to the justice sector now one way people can always talk say they not trust in the way they carry them out. Then the indicators, the contract they show how the ministry do very well.
So one of the things then integrity committee meeting you need for get and quarterly, then get an integrity committee meeting. Citizen engagement, we get a minimum amount, but then get 40. No, in terms of, and AG's office actually surprised. Maybe they knock out all the evidence then, because then they engage people then all the time and they meet citizens all the time. Audit queries, then get 80%. By the way, the target now 80%. That they tell you, so they set a high. And if you look at the ministry, then way they lower down, like basic education, audit query response now 50%, internal affairs 40%, even though overall then do well. Public administration 40%. We set high for audit queries, but AG's office meets that day very well. And if you look at the different indicator them, again, even in terms of raising resources, agreement signed, then signed plenty agreements, then cabinet paper, they brought cabinet papers in. So
same with all this overall, this performance contract, what it mean for government's development? Because according to you don't call on the one they will do very well, the one they will not able to do well. So what does this mean for government development?
It's an excellent question. Waiting this performance contract here mean for government development, because we safely evaluate government in performance this year to the previous year. So more just look at what happened 2024 and 2025. Inside 2024, we been get about 103 cabinet papers, and then the percentage implemented 2024 now 26%. 2025, we get fewer cabinet papers, 89, but the percentage implementation where we do now 58.8%. It means say governments became more efficient, that the ministry then the paper they wouldn't count in the cabinets and do then not so just for count paper no more, they implement them. If you look at ministerial agreements signed, again 2024 now be 158, 2025 149, but the implementation of the agreements then they go up by 100%. We double the percentage for implementation. On each indicator, where they do with delivery and performance, so cabinet conclusions implemented, ministerial agreements implemented, implementation of service charter, develop and comply with strategic plan, they're all day above 90%. All there's an improved, develop and implement annual work plan, donor funds utilized, all of them. Response to audit queries, we respond to the average for last year at 76%, the previous year at 37.1%, so over 100%. If you look this, if you're not President Bill or if you're not citizen of Salone, what do they do now that they say, this is so interesting, the efficiency, the productivity of government last year much improved. And why? Because President Bill called a year of delivery. If you go, say year of accelerated delivery, and you see, say all the ministry then, across the board, then focus on delivery.
So quick one before we go break. With all this way you don't talk, so waiting at some of the challenge them we make, where una think say affect some ministry them, and generally we make some ministry able for perform less? It's
very important question. One, obviously the ministry then financing. So if you try for say when you money they come, now they affect which they do. So getting their timely allocation, now one of the things then we then need. The other one too, not to all ministry get focal person where they engage on across the board, or so the ministry they need focal person where they do their work. The one them we not do well, if they see say the minister them go say no, not to so it for be, but really the issue lies within the ministry. The need for strengthening the administration of the ministry, then for fend the evidence, then focal points, then suppose for do their work, and then for coordinate. This not to for make my person look bad. This now for make sure that we accountable to citizens them. And then indicator then we can debate how we want. But for we as government from State House, Cabinet, now they will make policy. So one for make people then count cabinet paper. Beyond that day, one for make them implement the cabinet conclusion then with the agreement. Now what they use for raise partnership. Now they use for count with new partner then. So one made them sign partnership agreements then. Beyond that, they one made them implement them. But as an accountable government, audit, procurement, integrity committee will not for joke with that day. Where the law say, where the suggestions say you for meet integrity committee once a quarter, we don't say you for meet once a quarter. Because if you know the one that they then corruption thing and they go the slide, important will make the minister them take that leadership there. And then in terms of donor funds utilization, we always the complaint say like money they come for projects, but the project then they delay. We see project 2 for done 2023 is still they go on, and we need for hold each other accountable. And this style of governance who president build on council, and I think people they understand how they bring the accountability. We know they do one for make me say, oh look how last year way ministry performance overall not being well. People then say then they do nothing self. But this year, we will do over 78%. People don't reference that day because they're not for the clap for we for do we work. But the importance are in the state that we are in, where former leadership of this country or former people then no they deliver. What would the people then they deliver? We all did one. That way what they say we are together, we are delivering, not to style what they make, not to quote no more, but truly we fulfill say what they deliver.
Okay, continue for the way to inside the program. In name now, Dr. David Senge, now the Chief Minister. So they are the look at performance contract. We ministry them sign with President. We take one of headlines to read them quick. Outside the country director for Street Child Salon, Kelfala Kagbose, they don't pull over 35,000 picking them, not treat and send them back to school. I talk this since our engagements with the media. We don't really talk about the picking them, we don't return back to school, and out of this number, 52% of this number Nagal picking them. For more on this, make we join Mary Kamara Bangura.
Inside 2008, one philanthropist, Tondanat, be set up the Street Child organization. And the reason na for say them bring back Pikin and them parent them where we don't separate during the country 11 years civil war. And also support parent them with couple for set up business as way for take care of themselves. One other area where this organization done the work na through education. Usai dem can support Pikin them as way for bring them back na school. For sake of this make the Street Child Salon don't go engage the media for talk about one support where them don't go give to over 35,000 Pikin them. Usai they don't put them back na primary school. But what na the reason for this support? The deputy country director na the Street Child Salon, Idrissa Cissé, explain more.
We are gathered here to celebrate the historic milestone, that is the enrollment 5,000 who we are once reached home, now finding hope and opportunity through education. This achievement testament power of community collaboration and the unwavering belief of Street Child that every child deserves a chance to learn, grow, and succeed. Today, we reflect not just our hard work that has brought us here, but also on the many challenges ahead. It is our shared responsibility to continue supporting these children, ensuring that they have the resources, care, and guidance they need to thrive. We look forward to sharing more about our progress, our ongoing effort, and how we can continue to make a lasting impact in the lives of these young people.
Where in the talk, the country director na Street Child Salon, Kelfa Kabo, said 35,000 Pikin them na school. 52% na girls.
The project has supported the direct enrollment of over 35,000 of the most vulnerable children into primary school. Importantly, 52% of these beneficiaries are girls, more than 18,000 of them, alongside approximately 17,000 boys. This reflects Street Child of Sierra Leone's deliberate effort to address gender disparity and ensure that girls who often face great barriers to education are not left behind. But enrollment into primary school alone is not enough. We know that poverty remains one of the biggest drivers of lack of access to education and school dropout. Through our family business for education, we call FBE in short, approximately 11,500 caregivers have received enterprise training, cash grants, tailored enterprise support to grow their household incomes.
The project manager, na Street Child Salon, Mohamed Toure, we get this for sale.
So this is a nationwide project. It cuts across all 16 districts, and it's one of our biggest flagship projects to date. And that tells us across the 16 districts, you can see, we are felt in every corner in the country, providing increased access to education for the most vulnerable adults with children in Sierra Leone. This project is in its third year of implementation, so it's a 4 years project. We are concluding this June 2026, and we are at the end of June 2026. We want to see 40,500 children being in school and learning. So far, the number pronounced are those that we've achieved this far. So it means we have like 84%, 60% remaining to go to force achieve the 40,500, which is a comprehensive target for the project.
Mohamed Toure say them commitment na for say they ensure say vulnerable picking them na salon where they hard to reach community them able enroll na school and they will continue for do more for the Society for Radio Democracy. Me na Mary Kamara Bangura the report.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue inside the program with the Take Wakaboto and Uka will continue for look at issues we get for the with national development.
Another morning again, at Friday, at Uya. I want to draw the attention of Uncle Fire. Uncle Fire, you boys them. For Model Junction, they go na the new road. I say them boys then did they collect money mine. I see, I can see them, I just can smile. I see Uncle Fire with discipline so they go get Baba pass small money for collect where you done. I say Uncle Fire, do you talk to you boys the mine? Them boys tended that they collect more na then keke rider than they earn. Now so I mean they go na East Coast yesterday outside that they send me for go look one in building. Now so the official the runner the keke say no book from this morning. I say waiting. Uncle Fire, do you have the official with the old land that you need for change their mind? And how then they take? Now to the keke rider them. They're not afraid again that they do it in they want mine. But I tell them, say, me uncle, na discipline man. He go put them under control. Now so up gun back, up gun just mix up no more. I say Uncle Fire, you need for send you boys then na up gun. They need for put you under control. Then keke and bike rider then another place they then to lawless mine. I say on my way to East Coast, that building when been for all during that way people let me die. I see back there they try for make a mine. I say this country. Now to that university back within a Ferry Junction. We have 2 story or 3 story. We get a Kobo food. I say that building the disaster agency me don't see. They not for user again. But up till now then they use them. How this country turn to mine? For say disaster agency, they wait for let disaster happen. People lost their life before they take action. Ati, Social Welfare Ministry, Social Welfare Ministry. Ati, that ministry, they dirty mine. Formula build, they burn. That place, they don't turn dirty box mine. So then I try to see fine mutka, then pack na do. Don't the one who compound dirty, fiba, na semi be mine. Ebo no self bono to sobo. Yana na government building. If international partner then can know the feel where the place dirty all kind sense then at that place they na so side and me no know if na the other administrative building they na so the pan in fiba don't be. Atibo, una tef no to tubo, una need for the take care of them place and the mine. Ati, ferry wahala. Ati na to that ferry last week, it make people fast in middle the water. Ati, this country, outstanding go change mine. e make a member that me uncle Oku cabin, women then a transport ministry, na so you go buy ferry them, from which they go change them, titi then a 10 year the council, at the port where they go back to the not see the port again. Say this country mine, all man they do what he wants. Ati, but until the pine idea around, Chifu, you tell the party, then there are people in strand middle water, the left small way some people die mine. I say radical, the name fit you really radical. I told you the radical Uncle Abdul. I say, boy, you have not to so bona you man. You the Guyana Facebook, you the Guyana Twitter, you the Guyana WhatsApp group. I say, Chifu, how much I call you? Chifu, you know, you not peaceful man. And you know, Uncle Abdul na you man. We see Uncle Abdul Tawati, he don't put anybody, we go meeting at Chifu office, he go take disciplinary action against us. I said, this is money Uncle Abdul mine. I said, but no try to this year. I said, Chifu will not tell you to go for the high position. By then, you say for the put people in together. But you get what English we can use. We can make CPA party at the one. But you have no use the English and they again, boo. But I just want for a complain. I said, Chifu, it's a Ministry of Energy that they misbehave. It's Alexi Uncle Grant, don't take the blackout, make granted. Me, na the Honorable Piki Wakabot.
Listen to Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And we still get the Chief Minister inside the program. Chief Minister, away from the performance contracts where you don't read the different scores them for different ministries, let me talk about national issues, right? One thing we don't be of concern from they come up from the main opposition APC party, now that you approach towards them not good for democracy, national peace, and self-cohesion. Was I say if we get the leader of the main opposition at Parliament, Honorable Abdul we don't say anything gets to do with national issues, they're not the seats with you for talk. Then kind of statement here, and we don't see now, Abdul we don't go back and forth where you come now social media and also. What do you make up of this?
I think it shows the health of our democracy. If we not being get democracy, then they happen. The irony is, me engagement with the opposition, actually the show say we get a healthy democracy. If you go to UK Parliament, then get Prime Minister's question time every week. If you see where the Prime Minister and the opposition then they talk, then they call the other one, shame, you're a coward, disgrace. Go every day if you tune in. Then man, there's some man that not able to survive now. Then kind politics then they. Because how many times they cost me? How many times they can't citizens and they tell me say, oh, na lie. This is a man we call me Kadiatu. He used homophobic slur against me. It in a radio, it's enough. It say me the clap and I argue like woman. It say me the argue like woman. This is not Honorable Abdul Kabu na incident day. If you use homophobic, chauvinistic course against me, me na Chief Minister. I see I smile, I look you back, I say thank you, I say, what did you do that chauvinistic? If I tell you, say, the action where you do disgraceful, compare to other prime ministers that they call coward, compare to other people that wouldn't they use, the action was disgraceful. And inside my same sentence, I talk, say, congratulations, and I say I'm proud of the other APC MP, then we go there. The walking out was disgraceful because it shows say you not believe in democracy. Democracy is the well of parliament, and they debate. And that's not good. People can take disgraceful actions. And here's the thing. This man here go he begin talk to like the other MP then I'm picking there. Say, if I catch any MP, I get mine talk to me picking say I talk to and so. And then talk to me, Pikin say, if I catch you, I go discipline you. And even me Pikin do something, I'll tell her, please, my love. That's not how we behave. My love, I don't think you should do that. That's why they talk to me, Pikin. But I know they go begin to do the point finger, say, if I catch any MP. Look, this shows the health of our democracy. Then people that they online, they call me every day. I welcome their feedback. People then they go to me Facebook, then they talk about government. I go and I comment on that because na privilege will make more South citizens then. Na privilege will make you go to the well of parliament for South people then. If a process we don't they where they go through with, decide for go engage with the process. Now the parliament, you say they participate. Then what are you doing in government?
So the letter we come out from the opposition now that they not take part per governance. They don't stop the councillors, the mayor, the member of parliament, they not take part per government, and they make and clear say anything okay for good government. They not engage with you. So waiting this mean as they say they not take part per government for national development.
Me Honorable Abdul Kagbo will not engage every day. Me a chief minister in a parliamentarian, parliament the independent to we. I get people where they bring kind of parliament in about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I they go parliament. He go did it. If he want for talk, he go talk. If you tell me what, I go listen. I tell him thank you. If Honorable Abdul Kagbo feel bad, I'm sorry that I feel bad. But this is not democracy. This way. Who's kind cause the way not don't cause or talk for President Bio? Who's kind word the way not don't use for President Bio? Who's kind if they call me Kadiatu, they tell me say they talk like woman, they clap like woman, if they disrespect woman then. Because I know the way they mean say they argue like woman. And you don't talk on radio.
Alright.
So it's a case where they vex. It's okay for vex. It's okay for feel frustrated. It's okay that they know the decision was made that they don't agree with. But it's a due process that was undertaken. They will participate. I promise you they will participate.
Right.
And are they big then? It's not big. Are they big then? Do ya? May they sit down, may they member the country, may they member how don't come out, may they member all man, may then go back in the parliament, may then go back for participate. But if they not participate, there are consequences for non-participation. And government has to follow the constitution.
But these are members of parliament the way they elect, not a government official.
Not to me they pay there. If person the elect time for go do work, it say they go do work then for pay.
So what's the penalty if they're not?
They are the rules of parliament. The rules of parliament very clear on how many sitting you miss, where you then they take punishment, the benefits then. Look, this is the case. Now I hear mayor say 1 week you not go work. They drive me government motor car. Now government motor car now they drive. I should say that government fuel now they use for go sit down now radio and say they go work. I should say the city, they see what the city dirty. If we sign documents, they go sign in documents and they for give responsibilities to citizens. If you don't proudly they say I not go work for 1 week.
Okay.
If in staff now us decide say, oh Madam Mayor, the way you holla per me, I not being like and we holla per me, so I go work for 1 week. You go pay, huh? You go sit down and say, oh I can work for 1 week, so you pay, huh?
So the decision we the APC party don't make, not for take part in governance, anyway go affect government function.
It affects citizens, and that's the problem. The city council chairman of district council chairman of Port Loko, them I think them for don't go swearing in last week or this week. And I'll go. He cancelled the day before. What does that mean for the people of Port Loko district? What does that mean that then citizens them no they get services with the council chairman for don't go deliver on? It means that they not respect the citizens, because if they don't elect you as chairman, for me you work for the people of Port Loko. You decide say you know they go because you party say that means say you party not care for the people of Port Loko. If you party care for the people of Port Loko, then go tell you say now for go. But you swearing
but if
in.
you ask the member of parliament, they will tell you say that they do that for the people of this country way dissatisfied with the appointment of Edmond Alpha.
Now then 2 and 3 did it, now then party, now then dissatisfied. There are not to everybody need for, not to all man need for like anybody for make the law happen. You then do poll now this country for know how many people of this country dissatisfied. The president in wisdom decides say this is not the best person. This man get 20-year experience. This man this is not a critical election. Now novice then want for make me then go put there. Now the president in wisdom and in constitutional rights, now they want for more question because they feel aggrieved about this. This is a process that is ongoing. So then really need for put the country above their own interest. And that's not what's happening. And I think if they put democracy, the process of dialogue. Imagine you say Chief Minister Akoli, you know they go there. By the way, next Tuesday or Thursday, we don't send invite for the steering committee or for the tripartite. And they say this, 100% of the actions for the Agreement for National Unity we don't do one. There are 8 resolutions in the Agreement for National Unity. Number 1, I've been for make my president talk on unity, cohesion, and peace. He don't talk complaints. And even Dr. Samurai Kamara doing his own. Number 2, for end non-participation in governance. 9-1 campaign, so then do one. All APC, MP, mayor, chairperson, councillor, then resume. Number 3, we say we for set up a cross-party committee on electoral systems. We do one. We set up tripartite. We bring an independent review for monitor and measure ECSL. Number 4, we say 4A for released persons attend. We do one independent panel being there we consist of human rights, CSO, judge, and many people then facilitate that process. Even though plenty been run during the coup. Okay. Number 4B, discontinuation of any politically motivated court case. All them cases then we then bring mayor and even there it say that in councillor we been go misbehave na airport. It wasn't politically motivated. He misbehaved. And that went through the process because he put on the 4C, support resettlement of any political party supporter internally. Everybody who was there, the list will then get to them, then all man get freedom for go. We're not go pay transport for them. We'll go bill host for them. Right. That's not. I want to go to Rabig for the assumption of upon the assumption we say for pay backlog. We pay them backlog, all man. Now, SLPP council then yesterday some of them we don't pay them backlog, but we pay all the MP then. And this time there's no conversation of backlog. If you not work, you don't forget the benefit. Number 4E, Parliament to address issues relating to leadership or composition of committee. All then do one that 10 day, and now the committee a day according to the weight of Parliament. All right. 5, institutionalization of inter-party dialogue framework. This day we get Peace Commission, they meet there, PPRC, they meet there, ECSL. By the way, one of the ECSL committee there now for work with political party there. You say they participate in government, so you pull yourself out of this. Statistics Sierra Leone Day. Resolution 6 to re-engineer and rekindle relationships with national socio-political ecosystem. President BON then chairman and they talk all the time. President BON, former President Kurumana, they own a big man then. We know they talk, but we see former Vice President, me and they all they talk. All right. Me and former Vice President Sam Sumana, Victor Fu, me and they all they talk. Me and President Kurumana will not get direct line, so me and they talk. But apart from him, everybody. 7, condemn all citizens home and abroad on who incites violence. We don't do one plenty 10. And 8, moral guarantors. We then say we not do nothing but agreement for national unity. 100% we don't do.
We will find time where we will get you and somebody from the opposition for look at some of the recommendation them we made inside the tripartite and the implementation. Plenty thank you for joining me inside the program this morning, sir.
Thank you very, very much.
All right. Well, I would already consider of the program. Good morning, Salon. We come to you live from Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. Plenty thank you to producer Mange Mansare. Plenty thank you to Abdul Gillen, DJ Keman for technical support. Mary Kamara Bango. I'm going to see you live on Facebook. So to meet another 10 minutes, Usman Kamara. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.
And Kabia, they say continue for listening to this fine frequency.